I got to wait on referee.
Welcome to Springfield, Missouri, the 34th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. And we are coming to you live from the campus of Drury University, the O'Reilly Family Event Center. You are watching the boys 18U Class 6A, the 2-seed CHAP Chariots out of Lansing, Michigan, taking on the 7-seed Red River Rattlers out of Gainesville, Texas. Red River in the black uniforms. CHAP normally in green, but they've got some new unis today. Look a little bit like the Golden State Warriors, and it doesn't even say CHAP on it. It says Lansing. So they're in the white uniforms with a kind of a brownish maroon color, and they get the tip and bring it over the half-court line. Jeremy Caldwell, Joshua Jenkins, Scott Staten here. We'll be bringing you the action of this fourth game of the day.
Nationals brings out a lot of different looks from people, so I guess they break it out at Nationals here.
Yeah, if you've been here much at all in the Nationals, you look for the green when you think of the CHAP Chariots, but not today. Another fun thing we're going to have is on their uniforms, their numbers are in the back, and when they have their jerseys tucked in, you can't see their names. So we're going to have fun with that.
The names
are
underneath the numbers, as some do.
Here's a nice drive and a dish. Shot is no good. Ball was tipped out by Daniel Winter, but it came down into the hands of the Red River Rattlers. Rattlers now on the attack out of the Big South.
CHAP Chariots coming in with 3 all-region players. Red River has 2. Corbin Tyler and Isaac Burnside, the 2 players for Red River. And the 3 players for CHAP are Henry Vanderway, Owen Hall, and Will Winter.
Isaac Burnside that time was long on his three-point attempt. Chariots come off at the board and attack the other way. And we get a call, and we got a turnover on the travel. First turnover of the game.
Yeah, his eyes got big there. He saw an open lane and just shuffled the feet before he dribbled the ball.
CHAP came out of the Midwest. They were the runner-up to the HHBA, the overall number 1 seed out of Virginia. But they had them in the game. They were tied in the second half, and even though they don't have a lot of height, they've got some shooters. They've, as all CHAP Chariots teams typically have, really aggressive on the defense and find themselves coming in here as a 2 seed in the Nationals. Chariots with the ball. Oh, nice back tip. Rattlers come away with it. That was Eli Fry who got the ball for the Rattlers, and they're going to set up now their offense. Isaac Burnside.
Yeah, Burnside's a really good 3-point shooter if you get him, if he gets his feet set. Left-handed shooter there. He can knock it down if he's open.
Good defense. The Chariots cutting him off in the paint. Fans really giving some cheers for that, but then he steps back, and there he is. Isaac Burnside, first bucket of the game for either team. He's got the first 3, averaging 14 points a game. And as you mentioned, the all-region player. He was an All-American last year, and showing us why. Chariots on the attack.
Got a nice little left-handed shot.
3 that time by Daniel Winter was too strong. Rattlers come off at the board. Set up their offense again.
Burnside's one of those names I just remember year in and year out coming here, seeing him as a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball that time looked like the 3-point shot was partially blocked. Here's Vanderway. He sinks the first 3 and first bucket for CHAP, and we are all knotted up at 3 now.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, we've been coming here for quite a few years now. We've seen these kids playing in 14, 16, working their way up now to the 18U level. So, watch these kids play for a while. So
that time on the drive, beautiful block, and they're going to call jump ball on that. Looked like that was number 30, Will Winter. They got a hand on the ball on the drive by Corbin Tyler, the all-Big South player for the Rattlers. That was great defense. Official right there, no foul, but he did call the jump ball. Rattlers hang on to it. Oh, inbounds pass over wide open in the corner, and you can't lose him. Isaac Burnside, second 3 of the day. 6-3 now, Red River.
That was number 2, Eli Fry.
Gotcha.
Both have a 2 in their number.
Yes.
But Eli Fry was the one in the corner.
To our right in the corner.
And that's going to cause a turnover there as they throw it away in the backcourt to the Chariots. Ball's going to go back to the Rattlers.
6-3. On the strength of all three-pointers so far in this game, not surprised.
See which team is first one to score inside the three-point line.
Red River on the attack. Burnside again. Spins at the free throw line, has to kick it back out. CHAP cut him off there in the paint. Drive down to the block. Really good defense, but he floats it up over top and drops that one in. Hunter Reinscheld with the bucket.
Yeah, that was a really strong, impressive shot because the defender was draped all over him. There was really no room to make that shot, and yet somehow he did.
Ball tipped away. Rattlers come up with another turnover. Taking it the other way quickly. Lob and floated in. Great body control by Corbin Tyler. Beautiful pass by Fry. And the lead now 10-3. The Rattlers coming in as the lower seed, but grabbing control early in this one. On the attack, the Chariots. Working the ball around, trying to find their spot. Oh, down low on that zone. But the drive floats it across court. Great recovery by the Rattlers. Boy, they are just anybody that gets the ball out by the three-point line. They have got somebody there. Quick drive underneath is no good that time by Daniel Winter. Rebound came off, but there's a steal. Nice floater up and too strong by the Chariots. And back the other way come the Rattlers. Boy, it seems like CHAP is really struggling to find any kind of flow on offense. And quickly the other way, Burnside faked the pass, drove the lane. He's got 5, and the lead is now 12-3. Timeout, CHAP. Guys, so far we have seen a great start by the Red River Rattlers. And I know, Jeremy, you were down in the Big South. I was able to watch in the Midwest, but this Rattlers team has some dangerous tools. I mean, they've got several all-region players, and they're showing us why.
Yeah, Corbin Tyler's a really good guard, and Isaac Burnside's a really good shooter. So you got to know where those two are at all times. And right now they're, making a difference because they not only can shoot the ball, but they make the right play sometimes and find their open guys. So defensively, they're doing a really good job here. They're rotating, they're switching everything, and CHAP Chariots just feel like they can't even get an open shot right now.
It almost looks to me as well like the Rattlers have maybe a slight size advantage.
Yeah.
Just in terms of thickness, which you don't necessarily expect from the lower seed, but that's what the eyes are telling me right now.
Well, it also reminds us that the Big South is such a strong region. I mean, so many big, strong teams come out of that Texas area. And but so far, the Chariots, I don't think they're liking these new uniforms. They got to get something going on the flow here.
We might see a different uniform in second half. The way this game's going right now.
Rattlers have been playing a form of a zone, and then they trap down in the corners, and that's where CHAP likes to shoot a lot of times, those three-pointers. Driving the ball, kicked it back out, and they were right there to pick it off. Corbin Tyler, the other way, being hassled by the Chariots. He gets the ball into the hands of his teammate, who drives it, puts it up, no good. Chariots off with the board. Let's see if they can do something with it. Trailing 12-3. They've only been able to have a three-pointer by Vanderway so far, and no other offense with just 2 minutes left to go in this opening period.
Yeah, if you're the Red River Rattlers, this is definitely the start that you was hoping your team would come out with. So great start to the game for them.
Three-pointer out top, no good. Rebound fought for, ball on the floor, comes off to the Rattlers. Other ways Burnside. Burnside got stuck up in the air. He was somehow got that ball back to his teammate, flips it over to the middle, and on the drive, ball knocked away. Here come the Chariots. Live ball turnover.
Yeah, Corbin Tyler thought he got fouled there, but refs didn't think so. And then he gets called for a foul here on his other end.
You see that a lot, don't you? You feel like you get fouled, you don't, and then it's almost a frustration foul the other way. Lansing, the CHAP Chariots. They will bring it in under their own bucket. Chariots in their white uniforms.
Not green.
Not green. Maybe they'll do the green tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. Here's a three that is no good. Rebound is grabbed by the Rattlers, and as he came down, the Chariot player tried to knock it loose, but he fouled him.
Daniel Winter, his first foul of the game.
I got to wonder if the zone defense is playing a factor in the Chariots' rough start here offensively, if they're used to seeing the zone, or what kind of adjustments they might make throughout the game to try and penetrate that zone.
Well, it's interesting because typically against a good three-point shooting team, you don't want to play zone.
Right.
But this zone has been so active, and they have that trap down in the corner where the Chariots like to shoot a lot of times, and it's been effective so far.
Yeah, they play a tough zone, but they also run you off the three-point line. So it's a unique deep three.
Whoa, Burnside. From Burnside, Kentucky almost. He was way out there. He's got 8 now, and the lead is ballooned to 15-3. Ball tipped away, another steal for the Rattlers. Here they come on the break. Burnside all the way up and in.
Burnside is definitely showing why he was an all-region player down there in the Big South, and so is Corbin Tyler, making the right plays, finding his teammate for those open shots.
Here's a 3 from the right wing. That's in and out. No good that time by Vanderway. He connected earlier, and on the putback attempt, no good. Ball comes away to the Rattlers. Here comes Red River with less than 30 to go in this opening period. They have led this the entire way, 17-3.
Yeah, they great start here in the first quarter.
Burnside, that time too strong. Boy, you love the aggressiveness. Here comes the Chariots, 13 seconds to go. Going to try to end this quarter with something as they've been unable to crack the code on this defense. Corner 3 is up and in and out. Fight for the board. Still live. Floater no good. 1 second. Rebound to the Rattlers, and that's the way this quarter will end. The Red River Rattlers on fire. They lead it 17-3 over the CHAP Chariots, the 2 seed in this boys 18U 6A contest. We'll be back with the second quarter after this break.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back. Second quarter action at the 34th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. And this second quarter opens up with the CHAP Chariots in white trailing the Red River Rattlers in the black and red. They have not been able to get on the scoreboard, just 1 3-pointer, as the Rattlers defense has just been absolutely so active. They've been able to kind of trap, and they run you off the 3-point line, as you said, and right now, it's been all Red River, even though they're the 7 seed coming in here out of the Big South, and CHAP Chariots came in as the runner-up in the Midwest with the 2 seed.
Yeah, Red River definitely has been the more aggressor here in this to start this game. The first quarter, they getting all the loose balls. They're diving on the floor. They did that here to keep possession. So they're doing all the small details, which is leading to their 14-point lead right now.
There's been a couple plays there. We talked about the zone defense being a problem here for the Chariots so far. But there's been a couple times where they've had some good looks on where they've been able to penetrate the zone, whether a drive or an entry pass or a baseline drive, and they kick it back out for the 3 that have been open, but they just haven't fallen thus far. So a couple of those fall, and maybe it's a different feeling of a game.
Rattlers back on the attack, leading it by 14 early. Second period here.
Interesting offensive set here. Looks like they just went ISO for Isaac Burnside. They sent 4 offensive guys to one side outside the 3-point line and just let him go ISO on his strong hand.
Why not? 12 out of the 19 points for his team have come at the hands of Isaac Burnside, and he's almost got his season average here, and we're just like 30 seconds into the second quarter. Hits the free throw, completes a 3-point play, and the lead largest of the day, 20-3. The Chariots with the lone Vanderway 3-pointer. Got to get something going here.
Hey, did y'all catch who that foul was on?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Rattlers just so active on this defensive end. The traps, they run you off the line. The Chariots have just never seemed to be, they've been out of sorts the entire time. That time the floater no good, but then a putback, And maybe that'll take the lid off. Will Winter with the offensive board work. First point since the opening minutes of this game. 20-5 now. Rattlers with the ball and the lead.
They were on about an 8-minute drought there in this game.
Oh, that time. Yeah, that time it looked like Tyler was expecting his teammate to cut to the basket, and he went the opposite way, Westbrook, and so the ball sailed out of bounds. 20-5. See if the Chariots can turn that turnover into points now. It hasn't been for lack of effort. The Chariots have really had a lot of motion. They cross-court pass. There's a three. Too strong. He was wide open, but Henry Vanderway could not get that one to fall. He connected earlier. And the ball comes off to the Rattlers again. Boy, that was a nice look.
It was, yeah. Even though it didn't go in, it's the kind of three you like. All you can say is keep shooting them. You got a look you want. Other than that, you got to find a way to get to the rim, maybe get to the free throw line. But those threes are the threes you want to take.
Yeah, you got to shoot them when you're open. We noticed that earlier today, Josh, on a couple games where players were open and just wouldn't take the shot.
That time the three attempt by Jace Anderson is no good. Here come the Chariots. Left-hander, three. Missed everything that time by Owen Hall, the All-Midwest player. He's also going to be in the slam dunk finals tonight.
Owen Hall?
That's what we had on the list.
Okay, all right. We might see some in this game then. I like that.
Here come the Rattlers, 20-5. With the lead. The thing, if you're the Chariots, though, you got to lean into is to know that they have come back from some pretty big deficits. They did it in the Midwest. They were down pretty big against HHBA out of Virginia as we get a foul that time on number 11. But they were able to come back and tie the game in the second half. And so sometimes that history really helps out because you're not out of the game mentally because that's when it really hurts. And then that time on the inbounds, just a beautiful setup play, and it was Burnside once again. Boy, he is racking up the points.
This has been the Isaac Burnside show here to start this game.
You know, one of the things I've said about most of the main scorers on all the teams so far this morning is they're strong guys. And same thing can be said about Burnside. He's a strong guy, and he's got a great shot.
That time the floater goes in. Good find, Owen Hall. His first bucket of the game, 22-7, 5 minutes to go.
They've doubled their output from the first quarter here in the second quarter so far. So,
well, the Rattlers have expended a lot of energy on that defensive end. You got to wonder if they're going to start getting tired. Here's a pass. It goes Aaron. Coming away with it. CHAP Chariots on the drive. Vanderway ball tipped away, and it will stay down at this end.
Yeah, there's a miscommunication there by their players. Jace Anderson there has a couple lapses the last couple possessions offensively, so he's going to get a little breather, get a little composure.
On the inbounds, Chariots with the ball. Winter out top. Will Winter trying to find an open teammate. He'll give it back. Cross-court path. Thought about the three. He's going to drive. Had a teammate there to almost set a pick for him, and shot was too strong, but he draws the contact, and Jericho Schaefer will be on the free throw line for two.
And that was a great drive because he could have taken the three there.
Yeah.
But he recognized the defender was going full throttle at him, so just pause, wait for him to go by, a little shot fake, get in, and now you get free throws.
And, Jeremy, that's what you do, isn't it? When you've got an aggressive defense like that where they're doing traps, you kind of misdirect and use their own energy against them.
Yeah, especially when you know they're closing out as strong as they are like that, give them a hard pump fake, get behind them. You should have the numbers offensively. But the Patriots in the first quarter just wasn't doing a good job of that. They were trying to live by that three, and it put them in a deficit. So, but if they start hitting the threes, they get back in this game pretty quick. So I wouldn't sleep on them just yet. It's 22-9, and a couple of those shots get you back in it.
Absolutely. Rattlers, now they're struggling with the CHAP defense. On the drive, those Burnside. He takes it in, draws the foul. Burnside has been a man possessed. 15 points out of his team's 22. with just about half of this second quarter to go.
That foul's going to be on Will Winter. First foul, I believe. It's going to send Burnside back to the free throw line. He's the only Rattler to score here in the second quarter.
First one's good. One more to go.
16 points already, going for 17 here. And we still have just under 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Perfect from the free throw line, 24-9. Chariots again trying to trim that lead. Love to go into halftime with it under double digits. Oh, nice find underneath. Beautiful pass down low. He found Vanderway, nope, that wasn't Vanderway. They found Winter underneath. It was a great pass.
Yeah, it was a great look. Somehow he just was able to sneak under undetected behind the defense. And then the find with a brilliant pass.
First free throw, rattles off.
He drew the foul on Reinscheld.
Now you almost wish the foul wasn't called because you had the offensive putback.
Yeah.
He's got one more.
If you're the Chariots coach, you probably wish the same thing, Josh.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's good. 24-10, hanging around. 3:40 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, if you're the Chariots coach, what you like to do right now, just see if you can get it to single digits by the halftime. And
oh, strong drive. Corbin Tyler. He was not going to be stopped.
Yeah,
he was not going to be stopped.
He got elevated on that layup.
I don't know if I would want to try and stop that. I'm not getting in the way of that.
Chariots working the ball around. They've got to be patient here. On the drive. Nice scoop up and under. Daniel Winter, this first two of the day. And we got a timeout. Rattler's going to talk it over here. 26-12. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the final 3 minutes of this quarter after this. And welcome back, and we are at the boys 18U 6A, number 2 seed versus number 7 seed, and it's been the 7 seed, Red River Rattlers. And we know from last year, being a 7 seed doesn't mean that you're not going to go very far as we get a foul call, because that was a magic number for them last year, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think they like that number 7. They, like you said, made it all the way to the Final Four last year, so when they seen the 7 this year, they were like, let's make another run, guys. Let's go.
That's our number. Burnside will be at the free throw line. He's been perfect so far. Got the next one. Good to know the announcer's jinx is not on.
Scott Staten said, I don't worry about that jinx. We play basketball.
That's right. One more to go here. Have yourself a game, young man. Isaac Burnside.
18 right now. And counting.
They got another.
Jeremy, I feel like you're trying to jinx it every time. But he doesn't care. He's immune.
28-12 on the strength of Isaac Burnside, and a great defensive effort here by the Rattlers. Almost got a hand on the ball there. Chariots struggling to get something going here. That three-pointer by Vanderway short. Rebound to the Rattlers.
Oh, he didn't see him running up.
Burnside with the ball, back to Tyler.
Yeah, Red River has just looked like the team that came in more focused to play. I guess, sometimes you look at those seed numbers.
Wow.
What a drive.
Determination. He's got
kind of hurt himself on that one.
Burnside just Wow, what a game. But then quickly the other way. An answer by Owen Hall, his 4th point of the game, 30-14. Isaac Burnside averages just under 14 a game, and he's in the 20s already, just here in the second quarter. 1:42 to go, 16-point lead for Red River. Trying to repeat what they did last year and maybe make it a little bit further. Here's a long shot by Burnside. That one no good. Rebound off into the hands of Vanderway.
Well, when you got 21 points in a quarter and a half, quarter and 3 quarters, as a coach, you can't really get mad when he takes that shot.
Nope. Chariots. There's an open 3 on the right side. That one's good. Quick trigger there by Owen Hall. He's got 7 in this quarter. Trying to get a little something going here with a minute to go. The lead down to 13.
Well, and regardless of the spread here in the score, the Rattlers have been able to, the Chariots have been able to get something going because they had 3 points in that first quarter. Now you look up, they got 17, so they've been able to get something going. Yes. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to close that gap.
Good point, Joshua. On the drive, that time, Corbin Tyler, so strong with the ball. Easy layup, 32-17, under 40 seconds to go here, second quarter. The 2 seed being tested mightily by the 7 seed. Here's another 3 for Chap. Little short, but there's a putback. Nice putback that time by Owen Hall again. Boy, he's trying to get this team back into it. He's got 9 in this quarter. 32-19. Chariots in need of a stop. Rattlers trying to keep building that lead. 9 seconds to go. Here comes Tyler on the attack. Drives to his left, stops, spins, puts it up, short. Offensive board, put back up and in that time by number 2, Eli Fry. And that's the way the first half will end. It is the 7th seed, Red River Rattlers, leading the 2 seed, CHAP Chariots, 34-19. We're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be back with the exciting second half action after this.
When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back to second half action here at the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. Scott Staten, Jeremy Caldwell, Joshua Jenkins. We are at the boys 18U 6A game, opening game here on opening day in Springfield. And when I got into the car this morning, it said it was 10 degrees with like a wind chill under 0. But I'll tell you one thing, the Red River Rattlers brought the heat with them from Texas. They lead it right now as the 7 seed, 34-19.
Yeah, they definitely put on a pretty good show in the first half, mainly Isaac Burnside and Corbin Tyler. Two very good players. Corbin Tyler was a 2025 All-District MVP, All-Region, All-American. This year's 2026 All-District, and he's an All-Region team. So just filling the stat sheet with the awards so far.
There's a 3 to open things up. That was Graham Westbrook, his first points of the day. And in that first half, Josh, Isaac Burnside, what a game. 21 points.
So strong. He's got such a great three-point shot, but then he can just accelerate 0 to 60 in no time to get by you to make a strong move with the bucket. He's hard to defend.
Chariots that time with a rare offensive rebound. That time on the tie-up, it will stay down at this end. If you're used to watching the CHAP Chariots, there's a reason they're not wearing green. They have their new unis that they brought for the Nationals here, these white uniforms that look a lot like, as they miss a layup, kind of like the theme of the Golden State Warriors a little bit, but it's actually Lansing, Michigan. So, I don't know. I think they'll probably go back to green tomorrow, I would imagine, for St. Patrick's Day and maybe get that shooting touch back. But right now it's been the Rattlers' defense. That zone defense where they trap and running off the three-point line has really messed with their offensive flow. Tyler on the drive. Little floater. Good. His 8th point of the day. Lead back up to 20 now.
Yeah, good drive there by Tyler. Always in possession of the ball there.
Nice little drive and dish. Left-handed shot there by Owen Hall. He leads the Chariots now. He's the first Chariot into double digits.
And Owen Hall was really the key for their surge of scoring there in the second quarter for the Chariots, because they, again, if you recall, had 3 after the first period. And then the second quarter, Owen Hall helped get them onto the scoring streak. So big part of this offense, and they got to keep him going and keep trying to close the gap here.
Rattlers right now kind of slowed the pace down a little bit.
I'd say.
Maybe catch their breath from that furious first half. 39-21. Now the Chariots try to press a little bit, press the action some, try to get something going here on the defensive side. Rattlers. Ooh, ball tipped, but into the hands of the guy you don't want it to be in if you're a Chariot. Burnside misses this time. Follow-up, no good. Rebound off to CHAP. Owen Hall with the ball, and we got a whistle and a timeout. Chariot's going to call it there. So, guys, let's talk about these opening moments here. The lead is 18 right now, and CHAP, even though they've got a bucket this half, they just really still seem to be struggling with how to unlock that defense by Red River. What do you do to get out of that?
They're getting looks at the three-point line. They're just not falling right now. They've gotten quite a few good looks in this game. They're just unable to get the 3 to fall. And when you're a three-point shooting team, you know the old saying, you live by the 3, sometimes you die by the 3.
Yep.
And here in the first half of this game, they wasn't living by the 3 for sure. So if they can get hot, Owen Hall has definitely tried to get them back going. He got hot in the second quarter. But if they don't start hitting some threes, I don't know if they get back in this game without the three-point line.
And then the question is, do you force threes or do you try to take what they give you and maybe attack down low? And then that time a turnover out top as they tried to work the ball around quickly the other way. He's fouled and puts it in. Eli Fry, a chance at a three-point play and to put that lead back up over 20.
Well, I don't think you ever want to force threes until it's absolute desperation.
Right.
But you can kind of create your own destiny, so to speak. You can will it by creating opportunities for those threes. I personally, I'm a big believer in the drive, penetrate, and then kick out for the 3, or the swinging it around, baseline passes to the corner. Those types of threes I think, are the best ones in the flow of the game that can get you going.
Yeah, within the offense. And they've gotten quite a few of those. They just can't get them to fall.
Free throw no good, and that time the drive. Nice put in by Henry Vanderway. First time he's been able to get in the scoring column since that early three-pointer. Maybe that will get him going. 41-23.
Those kind of drives can set up future three-pointers to get driving kicks. The defense will start having to respect your drives.
Drive on the baseline. Strong move, but ball won't go in for Tullis. And it goes out of bounds into the hands of the Chariots now, who will bring it down. And Chariots in the white uniforms, Red River Rattlers in the black with the red trim. And it's the Rattlers with the lower seed, but they have the highest score on the scoreboard right now, and they lead it by 18. Oh, that time on the attempted drive, ball goes off of the leg of the Rattlers. It will stay down at this end. Vanderway trying to split those defenders and lost the ball there. Winter, tried to find a cutting Schaefer, but the ball was picked off by the Rattlers. Here they come on the attack. Ball knocked away, and we got a whistle. Foul on the Chariots. Kyle Tullis.
It's almost as if the zone defense is kind of causing the Chariots to be a little bit standstill, like they're trying to look of where should I put this, where should I go to break the zone, instead of just flowing and playing hard and running your offense.
Step back three, Tyler, no good. Strong board by Vanderway. Here comes CHAP. Trailing it by 18 points halfway through this third quarter. Trying not to be the first higher seed to lose this morning on this court. Work the ball around. There's a three by Winter, no good. Rolls out of bounds, and it will go back to the Rattlers.
Yeah, quick note on the Red River Rattlers. Kyle Tullis, who hasn't scored yet in this game, won the three-point competition at the Texas State tournament.
Nice.
And so if they get him going, this can break this thing wide open.
Inside, he drives, and Tullis can't get that one to go. He's not showing the three-point shot right now, but he's been attacking the rim. Couldn't get it to go, but it will stay down at this end, off the hands of a Chariot.
Owen Hall is going to get a breather.
Starting to sense some frustration with the Chariots. They've just not been able to get anything. Oh, and on the inbounds, good hustle by Winter, but he runs into the Rattler, and he gets called for the foul. Daniel Winter on that one.
I believe that's his third foul, is what I have him marked down as. Really the only player in any type of foul trouble.
On the inbounds, there's a nice steal. Comes away with it, Will Winter. On up ahead, trying to make something happen. Vanderway stops, dribbles, lost the ball for a second. Got it again, goes up and under, hits the backboard. Fight for the board underneath, and it's going to be a jump ball. It will go back the other way for the Rattlers. Boy, they just cannot get anything to work here.
They're getting some opportunities, and they're getting in there in the paint, getting close to the rim, but then there's just defenders and arms that get in the way. Life is not easy.
Surrounded by Rattlers. I get that. I hate snakes.
CHAP has changed their defense up a little bit. They went to a trap and 2-3 there.
There they go. Finally get a break. And Daniel Winter with the bucket. He's got 4 now. Lead down to 16. 2:49 to go. Red River in control. Get it over the timeline. It's almost like they forgot about that for a second there. And then we get a timeout. Rattlers coach wants to talk this one over. And it's full timeout, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the final 2:40 in this third quarter. Red River Rattlers in control, 41-25. Third quarter action here in Springfield, Missouri. It's boys 18U. 6A game where the Red River Rattlers and the Black Unis lead the CHAP Chariots 41-25. The 7 seed trying to be the first upset on this court on the inbound. Stolen, but threw it right back to the Chariots. Tullis down low. Won't fall, but he will be at the free throw line for 2. Well, they had a steal there on the inbounds and was falling out of bounds and threw it away, and it created an opportunity for Tullis to go down low and draw the foul and put himself on the free throw line. First shot is good.
So he gets on the scoreboard for the first time today.
Substitution coming in. Owen Hall back into the game. Hall with the leading scorer for the Chariots with 11 points out of their 25, and they need more of that. Second one is good. 43-25 now, Red River. Here come the Chariots out of Lansing, Michigan. Winter with the ball, Daniel Winter. Bothered there by Eli Fry. They work the ball to the elbow, back out. Here's a 3 by Vanderway, no good. And rebound off to the Rattlers.
Now you've got to credit the Rattlers defense. They're playing with a good level of energy. I mean, everything is being smothered.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Double team out top. Tyler gets out of it. Looked in the corner. Ball was tipped away, and that defensive pressure works now. Finally something getting started on the defensive end for CHAP. Can they turn it into points now? Chariots. Closing minute of this third quarter on the drive. No good by Vanderway, but there's a putback. Up and in by Wyatt Spears, his first bucket of the game. Lead down to 16, 1:30 to go.
Man, if you can somehow get this down to around 10 going into the fourth,
yeah,
then you start to feel a little bit different about your chances here.
And they're the kind of team that can hit the threes. That time the bounce pass on the drive, and he lost it. Just couldn't get the handle on the ball. Goes out of bounds, turnover, and CHAP with another chance to cut into this lead, 43-27.
Yeah, when they change that defense, the Chariots it's kind of caused a little bit of havoc for Red River. They haven't adjusted yet.
Deep 3 is good. Owen Hall, 14 on the game now, leading his team in scoring. Lead down to 13 with 1 minute to go, and the Chariot faithful starting to make some noise. Rattlers. Oh, ball knocked out of bounds. He wanted to say he is trying to tell the official Spears that it went off of the Rattler, but it was off of his hand. They'll maintain possession down under their own basket. CHAP with a little bit of a run here. On the inbounds. Almost stolen, but there was contact, and he's going to call that one. Henry Vanderway.
Yeah, even though the foul was committed there, you can feel the defensive intensity start to pick up here for CHAP. They kind of feel with that last 3, okay, we're inching back toward this thing, and that defensive intensity just keeps going up.
Yeah, Burnside hasn't scored this quarter. We got 53 seconds left, and he's going to the free throw line, see if he can crack into it. And he
First shot
missed.
is no good.
Still scoreless here in the third quarter. And that's one of the reasons Chariots have cut into this lead and got it down to 13.
Chariots fans kind of moving down to the other end. It's they're intermingled now with the Rattlers. He does get the second one to go.
You got to love the bucket drum lines at HomeSchool Nationals.
Burnside's first point of the second half. Yeah, they're everywhere, and you're going to hear them in the next game for sure.
Yeah, they're lining up, getting ready.
Vanderway 3, got it! And you had to think, if those start falling, all of a sudden we got a game. It's 11 points, 34 seconds to go. Chariot faithful making some noise. Here come the Rattlers again. Lofts it to Tullis. He gets it knocked away. Steal by the Chariots. Here comes CHAP. 21 seconds to go. Another 3. Hall got it. Owen Hall. 17, and the lead is under 10 now. 10 seconds to go. Third quarter. Rattlers on the attack. 5 seconds. Lose the ball. Pressured. He's going to have to force it up. And they won't even get a shot off. It did go, but it was too late. And what a run by CHAP. 44-36, Red River trying to hold on to the lead. We head to the final period of action here right after this. We've got a good one here. It was all Red River Rattlers, the 7 seed in the boys 18U 6A, holding on to a double-digit lead most of the game, and then all of a sudden a flurry by CHAP Chariots, and they have cut it down to 8. They have the ball as we enter this final period. Both teams trying to advance in Division I. Little floater, no good. Put back up and in, and it's down to 6. Wyatt Spears, his 4th point of the game.
It was a 16-point game with a minute 23 in the third quarter. We start the fourth at an 8-point game, now 6.
On the attack, Burnside. He's starting to take control again. He had 21 in the first half, was very quiet in the third quarter. Didn't really get the ball much, but that time he drives, takes it all the way down, and draws the contact and puts himself at the free throw line. Yeah, what a comeback. And you had to know it. The Chariots have that kind of shooting. They could not figure out that defense, but suddenly those last couple minutes, they just found their touch. First free throw is good by Burnside. 23 on the day.
They found their touch from beyond the arc, hitting some huge threes. Their defense intensity rose up, and now the fan interaction is the best it's been all morning.
Second one's good. Burnside, 24 points.
Tyler gets the scoring. Burnside gets scoring early here in the fourth. See if they can get him going again. They kind of went away from him in the third quarter, and that's kind of what let CHAP back into this game.
Reinscheld that time knocked the ball out of Chariot's hand. Here comes CHAP on the attack again. Vanderway, another 3 from the wing. That one's short. Rebound. Chariots had it, and foul down on the floor. Great hustle there by Daniel Winter to come up with the board there and get the foul called on the Rattlers. They'll throw it in. The Chariots under their own bucket. Chariots in white, trailing by 8. They've been down most of this game. The lead had ballooned to 21 at one point. But right now it's an 8-point game with 7:20 to go. The 2-seeded Chariots trying to make a furious comeback. On the inbounds, Winter drives, kicks it back out. Here's Vanderway, long 3, in and out. But there's a nice rebound by Winter, but he is called for the push-off into the back of Tullis. And so it will go the other way. Boy, he had a good look, and it was halfway down.
He sure did. Just an unfortunate foul call there. I guess that's how he had the offensive putback so easy.
Rattlers, a little bit of pressure here by CHAP. Burnside. Boy, and there's just a different level of effort you're seeing right now and energy from Chariots. They really are showing it on the defensive end, trying to make something happen. Here's a 3 deep, no good. Fight for the board. It will go the other way. That time Westbrook could not connect on the 3. He hit one in the third quarter, but went out of bounds that time off the miss. 46-38. It's still an 8-point game. Chariots in the white uniforms. They normally wear the green and black. If you heard their fans chanting, "Go green, go black," you might have been a little confused, but they have these special uniforms they're wearing about Lansing right now.
The City Edition. The
yes,
City Connect.
City Edition. There you go. Foul that time on the Rattlers. It will stay underneath the Chariots' own bucket. They trail it by 8. They were down by 21. Working the ball around. Floater from the free throw line off to the right. Fights for the rebound. Somehow comes down to the hands of Vanderway. We got a whistle. and he will be at the free throw line for a chance to cut back into this lead. We've seen that too. The offensive board work is starting to really affect the game. For a while there, they weren't able to do much, and now that all of a sudden they found a chink in the armor and they're able to get in and get some of those offensive boards and give themselves second opportunities. And that first free throw is no good by Vanderway. He'll get one more.
The intensity is definitely amped up a little bit for the CHAP Chariots. They've been the aggressor since midway through the third quarter.
Second one's good. Lead down to 7, 6:23 to go. Rattlers bringing it up just behind the timeline. Corbin Tyler gets it over to Fry. Fry back up to Tyler. He's going to survey the defense there. Kicks it into the corner. Skip pass, gets it back in his hands.
6 minutes is a lot of time to dribble off the clock.
There's a three! That was huge by Eli Fry, his second of the game. Lead back up to 10. 5:52 to go. On the attack, the Chariots. Can they keep this run alive?
See if the Red River can get back to what they were doing in the first half. They got him the big lead.
Schaefer to winner. He drove, and then the kick out. Three is up. A little short. Rebound off to the Rattlers. Here they come.
Red River might have got away with that one because you can't leave him that wide open on the three-point line.
Can't do it. And then on the pass ahead, the Cherry defender got his hand on it, but it went out of bounds, so the Rattlers will maintain possession. 49-39. Still 5:23 to go. On the inbounds, Tyler in the corner. Drives the baseline, goes up. Contested shot, no good. And on the release, all the way at the other end, Vanderway, we got a whistle, and it goes! Henry Vanderway got behind the defense. His teammate found him, and he goes through the contact, drops the shot, and a chance for a three-point play.
I believe that's the third foul on Westbrook for the Rattlers. A lot of time left in this game, guys. A lot of time.
Free throw, no good. Boy, that's two missed free throws, but they get the offensive board, and he missed it. Point-blank range. Wanted the contact, but Flowney couldn't get it to go. Missed opportunity, and then on the hack, tried to get the steal. They had Eli Fry trapped on the left side, but the official right there to call the foul. Yeah, you know it's not over because we saw in 1 minute it go from 16 down to 8.
Yeah.
It can happen.
And at the same time, you got to give credit to the Rattlers. They've really withstood this run and kept it right here at 8 since they made that cut into the lead. See if they can last another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, the CHAP Chariots are bringing everybody above that three-point line, free throw line, trying to trap the ball.
Yep.
If Red River can just get somebody cutting on the backside, they're going to be open because they got 4 guys above the free throw line trying to trap.
And that's the thing. Sometimes when a team ups their defense, they play frantically. You can't allow your offense to also respond frantically. If you keep your cool and run your plays, you got opportunities. But right now, it's really turned the tide of this game. Oh, they had an open man. Oh, 2 Chariots run into each other, collide underneath. They both get up, but the Rattlers come away with the ball. They almost had a steal there. There's another contact.
Yeah. Vanderway, I think he just fouled out with that one. Or that's his 4th.
Got to be careful. You love the effort, but wow, you got to be smart on those, Josh. You cannot make those kind of fouls when you're this close of a game.
And now that put Red River in a bonus, so they're going to be shooting free throws the last 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, and you got to remember, your team needs you in here. You're so close. You're right there. You're making a run. Play aggressive. Stay intense, but stay within yourself.
Burnside sinks another. He's only missed 1 of his free throws today. 25 points on the game. 21 of those in the first half as his team built their lead. 1 more to go.
Yeah, he's kind of settled down a little bit here in the second half. Hadn't been the scoring machine that he was in the first half, but he's 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the second half.
Chariots down 10, halfway through this final period. Trying to advance in Division I as the 2 seed in 6A. There's a three that's little strong, but there with the putback. Nice job by Owen Hall again. Hall is leading his team today in scoring.
Yeah, and he's the guy they'd like to see get going here in the last 4 minutes, one of their big scorers throughout the game.
Hall with
and when
19.
he goes, the team goes.
19, 10 of those in this half. Rattlers with a skip pass, left corner. There's Fry, back out top. Corbin Tyler. They've got some good ball handlers, and they're just really trying to eat some clock here. 3:49 to go. They lead it by 8. They've led the entire game, and then we got a whistle on a reach-in. Another foul. Let's see who they call it on.
Number 3.
All right, so that one's going to be on Daniel Winter.
I believe that's his 4th foul.
Foul
or 5.
Foul's starting to pile up, and if you look over at the bench on CHAP, they've only got a couple players.
That's his 5th foul. So.
Yep, and now they've just got one more reserve. Winter fouls out of the game. Great effort, but he is done for the afternoon.
Westbrook going to the line shooting 2.
First one's good.
But Vanderway having that 4 fouls is going to be key for this last 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah.
If the Rattlers end up picking up his 5th foul on him, that could be detrimental to CHAP and their comeback.
Yeah, and you begin to question, can you even be as intense as you need to be defensively with foul trouble at this severity?
And then that time, great defense. 2 different times they tipped the ball away. They came away with it this time. Rattlers on the attack. There's Tyler. We got a whistle. He will be at the free throw line, and the Rattlers have been money. 6 for 6 so far this quarter from the charity stripe. They lead it by 10. 3:29 to go.
The foul's on Wyatt Spears. The fouls are starting to mount up now for these CHAP Chariots.
And only one reserve left on the bench, and so they've got to be mindful of that as the first free throw is good. And the Rattlers remain perfect this quarter on the free throws. We got a timeout. CHAP wants to talk things over, and you got to think they're going to be talking about some of that, those same details we were speaking of. Know your foul situation.
Right.
Know that we're low on men, that we're going to have to be smart in how we play the defense, still be aggressive.
Yeah, and if you're CHAP here, you got to know the foul count as well, because the next foul by Red River is going to put you at the free throw line. So instead of just trying to settle for those threes, maybe try to get into the paint, see if you can get a foul call, get the clock stopped, and try to cut into the lead with the clock not running. So that's some of the things that, as a coach and as your senior players, basketball situations that you got to know, in clock situations, time management.
Absolutely. And as Josh, you mentioned this too a little earlier, we saw the lead go from 16 down to 8 in just a matter of seconds, it seemed like. And so they have to believe still, but boy, the way that Red River is hitting their free throws, they've been solid handling the ball at their end. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to wrestle it away. It's not going to be given to them.
Yeah, if you're the CHAP Chariots, you got to have that belief. You've seen yourself do it. You're the higher seed for a reason. You got here. You've been through a lot this season. But I just think, wow, what the Rattlers have shown is a level of maturity, because anybody throughout the course of games can make runs and get on hot streaks. But I think the real test of basketball maturity is withstanding the adversity, withstanding the runs on your own team.
Right.
And they've done that, and they've not let it get closer than 8.
Vanderway for 3. Ball might have been tipped there, and then as he tries to get it back, he's lucky he didn't get called on a foul there. Here come the Rattlers.
That was great poise by Corbin Tyler coming out of the timeout to knock down the free throw and stay perfect here in the fourth quarter for the Rattlers.
There's a steal. Coming the other way, Wyatt Spears. He's going to be challenging. Fouled that time by Fry. He will be at the free throw line for 2 shots, and
I believe that's only his first foul of the game.
Chariots, this is what you want, though. You can trim into that lead with the clock stop, but so far they've already had 2 misses in this quarter on the free throws. First one's good.
Jace Anderson is not having his best game as a Red River Rattler today. He just has had a few mental lapses and created, I think that's his 3rd turnover in a situation.
Second one's good. 2 for 2 at the line.
I can't believe CHAP's not pressing right now on that inbound play.
Well, you got to wonder if the foul situation has kind of caused that. Here come the Rattlers. Oh, Burnside floats in too strong. Rebound off to the Chariots. Here they come the other way. Will Winter up ahead. 3. Hall. Got it. Owen Hall. And the lead down to 7. 2:39 to go.
That's huge. You get a defensive stop, and then you move it up and then get a bucket. That's how you cut into leads right there.
Fry that time got hung up in the air. Oh, they were lucky to come away with that. All the way in, Tyler. His shot's too strong. Another offensive board. Chariots just struggling to come away with the ball. They got the missed shots, but they can't get the rebound. 2:14, 55-48. Rattlers trying to hold on to this. There's a floater inside to Burnside. Puts it in. Great pass and find by Tyler. Gets it back up to 9. 2 minutes to go. Chariots. Can they make the comeback? Corner 3, Vanderway, short. Rebound battle, and it's going to be called on.
I think it hit the shot clock up top.
Gotcha.
Off the miss. Or no, they did call a foul.
Yeah, called a foul. I believe it was on the other side of the ball. I think he called Flowney for the push-off, trying to get the board. You can't fault the effort. You're in there fighting for your life. But the official right there to make the call, and that will put Corbin Tyler on the line. Red River Rattlers. 9 for 9 now this quarter from the free throw line.
They've only got 2 field goals here in this fourth quarter, and yet they've been able to hold on to this 8 to 10 point lead throughout. So good job from the free throw line. And there's the jinx.
Well, at least it wasn't me, right?
Yeah, right.
All right.
I mean, you tried 3 or 4 times, but the one time I bring it up.
Wiesner into the game for the first time for the Rattlers. Chariots working around. The 3 is no good by Schaefer. Fight for the board. Schaefer comes away with it. 1:36 to go. The lead is 10. Skip pass over in the corner. Vanderway's going to drive this time. He draws the contact. Tried to scoop it up and in, but he'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
That foul is going to be on Burnside. I believe that's his first foul of the game. Minute and a half left, 10-point deficit by the Chariots.
Vanderway's got to make this count. He's already had a couple of misses this quarter from the free throw line, and in a close game like this, you got to convert. First one's good. Back under 10. Back into the game is Flowney.
They're staying within striking distance, but the free throw making ability of the Rattlers is keeping them in it.
Missed another one. And here come the Rattlers. 9-point game, 1:25 to go. Ball loose. To the floor he went, and
timeout. Red
quickly, Fry was on the ground, and his coach was right there, called the timeout, and saves that possession. So, guys, with 1:21 to go, you're down 9. Chariots, what do they have to do to come back? And on the other side, for the Rattlers, what do you do to hold on to this lead other than what you've already been doing, which is hit your free throws?
Yeah, you've got to continue making free throws. I would imagine at this point, Chat's probably going to have to either start trapping everything or fouling that's in your free throw line. They can't just sit back and let you dribble the clock out. So I got to imagine they're probably going to go for a trap first. If they can't get a steal, they're probably going to have to start fouling right away.
Yeah, for the Rattlers as well, you got to just make sure you take care of the ball. Don't give them the turnovers.
Right.
You know, they're going to try and get a bunch of quick possessions by going for steals. I don't know how much they're going to be able to foul, even though that's what they need to do right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of a question. So you just got to take care of the ball, make them send you to the line instead of giving them the ball back, and you can hold on to this thing. And, you know, Chap's got to knock down some miraculous March Madness type shots. It's March.
Yep.
It's that time of year where things get a little crazy.
We saw them trim 8 points off in about a minute, and it's 1:21 left, and they're down 9. So not out of the realm of possibility. Let's see what they can do. Rattlers with the inbounds right in front of their bench. Struggling to find somebody. Oh, that was close.
Definitely close.
We've seen a couple of those this morning that are just real close. One got called.
Got a whistle and a foul on Hall. Hall leading the way offensively.
I believe
2 points for the Chariots, but he gets called for the foul there.
I believe that's his first foul of the game, so he has a few to give.
Wiesner comes off the bench. No problem, Coach. He's got the first free throw. 1 more to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge from this, from Nicholas Wiesner, who has coming off the bench cold in this late moment. We just talked about they've got to just keep hitting the free throws to hold on to this thing. And he steps up, knocks the first one down.
10 out of 11 this quarter for the Rattlers, and it's been the difference in this game as they lead it by 10. Second one's good. Make that 11 out of 12. Wiesner's first 2 points of the game, and they were big. 1:13 to go. Lead is 11. Ball tipped away, and there's a steal for the Rattlers. Up ahead. Wiesner gets behind everybody. He goes up. Can't make the shot go. Rebound no good. Here comes the ball the other way. Chariots with it. Another steal. This time by Tyler. Tyler, you'd think, is going to back it out here. And he does, and there's a quick foul called by Owen Hall. Yes, by Owen Hall. That's his second. And Tyler, you got to think, is thinking I can pretty much make it where it would take a miracle for us to not come away with a win here if he can sink these free throws. Oh, he pushed that one over the front of the edge.
Well, he has the only miss in this quarter, so they've only missed 3 free throws in the whole game.
Crazy. And they've had quite a few. And got the other one. Took every bit of rim, but they did it. 13 out of 14 on free throws. The 3 at the other end by Vanderway, no good. Board pulled down by Spears, keeps it alive. Another 3, too strong. Rattlers with the board. 39 seconds to go. And there's a foul by Hall. Owen Hall.
Corbin Tyler's done a really good job defensive rebounding tonight, knowing where the ball was coming off the rim and just going up, meeting it at its highest point, getting it. And he's strong enough when he comes down, like they're not going to knock it out of his hands. So Corbin Tyler has been the main difference in the fourth quarter of his rebounding to keep them in this game and keep them with the lead.
That and these last couple pretty much game-securing interceptions he's had, critical turnovers for the Chariots. He's sitting back there right now like number 22, Trent McDuffie, playing defense. Don't throw it his way.
Yeah, he
definitely
read those reads perfectly, just picking off the passes.
15 out of 16 from the free throw line this quarter. Crazy. That's one of the best free throw performances I've seen in this tournament. Here's a 3-point shot that is no good. And then on the rebound, a push in the back by Vanderway. That's going to give Wiesner another chance at the free throw line. And that pretty much is going to do it, I believe. 64-49. If Vanderway is... Yep, he's out of the game, fouled out, and CHAP now down to their final 5 players. Oh, even the bounces are going in for this team.
He used every bit of rim and the backboard to get that free throw to fall.
16 out of 17 for the Red River Rattlers, and make it 18. They're getting every bounce on those free throws.
Only 2 field goals in the whole fourth quarter. And yet they're still up 17.
So the Rattlers are going to move on in Division I as a 7 seed, which we talked about it. They did it last year and made it all the way to the Final 4. CHAP Chariots come in, got to be disappointed. They came in as a 2 seed. They were the runner-up in the Midwest. But they will move down to Division II and have an opportunity to win a gold ball in that level as well, as they will continue on tomorrow. Final moments here. There's a 3, falls by Jericho Schaefer, but too little too late as the Red River Rattlers come away with the upset, the first upset on this court today, 66-52. They will advance in Division I Boys 18U 6A. We've got more great action coming up next. We've got KC Metro and Aggieland. We'll be back with that game after a short break.